Imagine you're just a spotty-faced, car-loving kid and somebody told you that one day you'd have a job travelling all over the country to places like Mount Panorama and Phillip Island, getting paid to be a hot laps racing driver and instructor in V8 racing cars on slick tyres. That's something you'd never get bored of, would you? So after more than 10 years doing exactly that, why did I chuck it all in? Hi everybody, once again, we're still in lockdown, so no car reviews right now. Bugger. But I've pulled some cool stuff out of the vault, a lot of it never seen before, for your enjoyment. So here I am. Nobody knows who I am, but you might recognise some of the other drivers you're about to see, who've built careers in V8 supercars and internationally, endurance racing and even A1GP Grand Prix cars. Some of them are very good, and it was an honour to share the track with many of these guys. Also, it's really great to see customers so excited to be in a race car.
It was fun, you enjoyed that?
That was sensational.
So let's start with the fun stuff, with my favourite hot laps footage of people having fun.
Does your mother know you do this?
Unbelievable, Kim.
Have you enjoyed it, buddy?
Oh, that was unreal.
Are you ready to go fast? No! Ah!
Hey mate, if you don't mind at the end of it, can I get you to autograph my shoes?
Don't break! I'd kiss you, but you're too far away. Thank you so much.
Hi everybody at home, this is Helen and Stu. Let's go have some fun.
Oh shit myself.
Get in there! Get in! Get in! You kidding me? That's fucking grouse! It's actually just the thrill of the chase.
That was fucking brilliant.
Come back and have a drive next time.
That's what I intend to do. I did it.
See? Good on ya! Woo!
Thank you.
How was that?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Your name? Robert.
Robert, welcome aboard, Robert.
Now Robert here has to be my all-time favourite. He can pull faces Mr. Bean can only dream of.
At 100 I shit myself. That was a real buzz for me, mate.
Now this Listen up, drivers. Management is quite clear about the rules when you're doing hot laps. Make sure, above all, the customer is safe. They don't know the difference between 100% and 8/10ths, so just back it off a bit and look after the cars. I know you're all race drivers, but absolutely no competitive stuff. Keep your distance from each other, don't sit close to the other car, and no overtaking. Otherwise, the customer in the other car thinks they've got a slow driver. So, no dicing, no racing. Above all, these cars have to do a lot of hard miles week after week, so look after them. Don't rag the tyres. Try to make them last a whole day. No dive bombing, because if you do, knowing you guys, something will go wrong. Don't tailgate, because if you do, the other guy will probably miss a gear and you get punted into a fence. No drifting, don't jump the curbs. And don't hit the cones, because they're put there for a purpose for the customers. Oh, God damn it, there's a slab of beer right there, Daniel. And if it starts to rain, obviously you're on slicks, there's no grip. So slow down straight away and come in the pits.
Well, there goes another wonderful session of hot laps, and we got through it again without any dramas. So, can anything bad happen? You're wondering when you buy this as a present for your loved one. Well, not when we're driving anyway.
But Stu, you can never let your guard down, even when the car's parked. This car has a firebomb system, and right now it's armed and ready to go. All you have to do is pull the big red handle. So we dodged a bullet this time. But we're not usually driving. The hot laps are the icing on the cake. 90% of the time, we're in the passenger seat, coaching members of the public. Often, it's a big surprise to them too, a birthday present, to drive a real race car on a real racetrack. So let me ask you, how would you feel in the passenger seat, hammering towards a corner at 200 k's an hour beside someone you've never met, who probably has never been in a race car before, has never been on a racetrack before, hasn't driven a manual car for years, if at all, has no idea about apexes, lines, slick tyres, or even which way the circuit goes, and, no pressure, has their family watching in the grandstand.
Got life insurance? So let's catch the accelerator.
I know, the brake's the middle one.
Oh, yeah. Like this.
Have you driven a manual before?
Yeah, I
Okay.
just didn't say that.
As an instructor, I had 3 simple rules. 1. Try not to let them hurt anybody, especially me. 2. Try not to let them damage the car. 3. Try to ensure that whether they're brilliant or truly dreadful as a driver, they feel good about the experience and finish with a big smile. The key is listening. It's all about how well they listen to us and do what we ask them to. Then we can go fast. I really don't care how good they think they are, or that they have a 700 horsepower Walkinshaw in the garage at home. As a coach, we should always remember that these customers are not racing drivers. There's a lot to learn and it takes a lot of concentration. So when they make mistakes, it's important to keep cool and be nice about it.
Brakes. Sorry, got away with that one.
But if customers deliberately ignore our instructions, that's when things start to go wrong, big time.
I can honestly say I've never been so frightened in a racing car in my entire life.
The single biggest issue I found in 12 years is that some people just won't push the brake pedal hard enough, or at all sometimes, no matter how loudly you say it.
Chris, brakes.
Sorry.
The
hold the brakes on. When I say brake, go for the brake pedal. All right? Right, mate, you got to listen to me or you're going to get hurt really bad, right?
Yeah.
It's a concrete wall.
Yeah.
It's the real deal, mate. Okay?
Shuffle you. Let's get your hands at 9 and 3. 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, Al. That's it. Glue them on there. Glue them on there.
Time to throw it?
Yep.
You're alright, mate.
Don't try and smash it like you're a boxer or a kickboxer. Gentle, mate.
Sometimes customers are happy just to go slowly, and that's fine too. We just have to make sure they stay safe and out of the way of the fast cars.
Quickly. What?
Did I go wrong side? Did I?
Yeah, go back to third. There was a car right inside us.
All right.
Well done, Rita. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, turn it off.
It's a lot to ask of customers in terms of concentration. Here the customer comes in fast, brakes hard, and arrives at the apex at a perfect 80 k's an hour. Good job. But the very next lap comes in slower, hardly brakes, and arrives at the apex at 108. And nearly bins the car. Here, the driver forgets which way the track goes.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Where are you going? I don't know.
And again, even though he's already done 8 laps,
Stop. That way.
he forgets which way the track goes.
Okay, go that way, go that way. Go that way.
It takes a lot of concentration.
Yeah.
We're not going to change any more gears.
What we found is the ones that scare you the most are the ones with pixelated faces.
Oh, yell louder. There's no point taking off like a dickhead when you don't know where you're going and I'm trying to tell you what to do. What the fuck were you thinking then?
Look, I'm ashamed to admit it, but just once I totally lost my cool and said something inappropriate to a customer. So confession time, here it is.
What kind of brakes do you not understand?
Sometimes you can just have a bad weekend.
God damn it! God damn it!
Sorry.
Clutch in.
Sorry, man. You okay?
Ah, that hurt.
From an instructor viewpoint, it's a lottery. Now the good news is these cars now have a brake pedal for the instructor as well.
You've got a brake.
Here somebody's decided they want to check out the 6-litre V8 and hasn't put the bonnet pins in. You know what happens next. When the customers are driving, the cars are not really under a lot of stress and they're very reliable. But when it's time for the hot laps, then they get stressed.
Tailshaft broke. Yeah. No pedal at all.
Right then? Good, right?
Yeah. ABS fault.
Yeah. Well, we broke that, whatever it was.
Yeah, sound like tailshaft. Bugger.
Something just broke.
Yep.
You're still much safer going for a ride with a professional than trying to drive one of these cars fast yourself. Play the game long enough and no matter what you say or do, somebody will try to hurt you. Many of my colleagues I rate as superb instructors,
Stick front of the brake, front of the brake, front of the brake.
and many of them have been caught out.
Front of the brake, front of the brake. It's okay, it wasn't your fault, mate.
I had a good run with safety for over a decade, with only a couple of customers banging into the scenery and disappointing me. The thing is, they were both good fast drivers doing everything right, until the point when they didn't. Eventually though, my number came up a few years ago with a real big one, and I thought if I can't stop them by now, I never will, so time to stop.
How'd you go?
Oh, excellent. This bloke's a legend. Fair dinkum, mate.
Legend in my own lunchtime.
You get that on your camera.
Hey. There we are. That's going on the highlights reel.
Legend!
Thanks, Rod.
See you, mate.
Buddy.
Just before I go, I want to say, I know there's some scary footage in there, but I don't want to create the impression that that's what it's like all the time. Remember, that footage was gathered over a full 10-year period, so you're seeing a real collection of highlights and lowlights. If you are thinking about going for a ride in one of these type of cars, there are some really good operators out there. It is quite safe. The driver is always looking for plan B just in case something goes wrong, like a tyre blowout, which can occasionally happen. So don't hesitate, do a ride, it's great fun. If you're thinking about going for a drive, all I ask is that you listen to what your instructor says and you'll be safe. If you do what they say, listen to what they say, you'll be safe. But if you're the sort of person who's got a pixelated face, then maybe stay at home. Okay, now last thing, don't subscribe to this channel. There's a much better channel out there. If you look at the videos over here, oh, look at that red car and that one there. That's the sort of videos you want to see. Go and see that channel. That's much more interesting than this. Bye.